A tastefully applied key change can really turn a good song into a great song. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about key changes, and I'll be giving you 5 different key changes that you can use in your music, and I'll be giving you references with popular songs that use these types of key changes so you can hear them and hear how they sound in context. Enjoy the video. So the key changes in this video will be ascending in difficulty, so we'll be starting with the easiest one to pull off and then finishing with the hardest one to pull off. The first one is a step up, and this is probably the most commonly used key change in popular music, and all it is where you play a section in a certain key and then the next time you play it a step up or half a step up. So on guitar that would equate to either 1 or 2 frets higher than what you were previously playing. So I've got an example here for you. Take a listen. So in that example, I started off in C major and I moved everything up 1 fret to D flat major. Very simple. Some common examples of this key change would be Beyonce Love on Top, where she, at the end of the song, does 4 of these key changes in a row. Quite amazing. And Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror, where his chorus is in G, and then the final chorus he does a step up to G sharp. It's really great. Check it out and you can hear how they sound in context. The step up sounds great when it's done right, but I think there are more interesting and cool ways to change key. So let's take a look at number 2. So key change number 2 would be the relative major or relative minor key change. And simply that means moving to the relative minor or major key. So if you're in C major, the relative minor is A minor. So you would change from the key of C major to A minor. And that's what I've done in the example. So take a listen. So some popular examples of this would be Mirrors by Justin Timberlake, where the verses are in C minor, but the chorus is in E flat major. And also if you listen to One by U2, the verses are in A minor and the choruses are in C major. Key change number 3 is the parallel key modulation. Modulation is another word for key change. So the parallel key modulation, what does that mean? A parallel key is a key that has the same tonic. So for example, C major would be a parallel key to C minor. Check out the example I created where I go from C major to C minor. Some popular examples of this type of key change would be Happy Together by the Turtles, where the verses are in F sharp minor and the choruses are in F sharp major. And Elton John, I'm Still Standing, where the verses are in B flat major and then the chorus is in B flat minor. Key change number 4 is called a pivot chord modulation, and that basically means a chord that is in both keys that you're modulating. You use that chord to transition between the keys to change the key. Take a listen to my example and then I'll explain how it all works. So in that example, the start is a C major chord progression, and then when I change key, I start off with an E minor. E minor is common to both keys that I'm playing in, so the key I've changed to is D major. E minor is also in D major. So you can kind of like, you don't even notice really that the key has changed for the first 1 or 2 bars. The more closely related the keys are, the easier this modulation is going to be to pull off. And the way you can find out if a particular key is close to another key is to take a look at the circle of fifths. How far apart are they on the circle of fifths? The further apart they are, the harder it's going to be to pull off, because there's less common notes between those keys. But if you've got a key that's close to another key, you're going to have a few chords available that are common to both keys. Some popular examples of this type of modulation would be I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. So it's in A major and it modulates to B major. And E major is the common chord between both those keys, so that E major is used to transition into B major. And number 5 is the common tone modulation. Now, it's a similar concept to the pivot chord, but we're using the melody to help us change key. We are using a common note that exists between both keys that we're playing in, and we're using that to transition into the different key. So for example, let's take C major. We've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And we've got A flat major, where we've got A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, yeah, and then A flat again. In both these keys, we both have F, G, and C. So you can use either of these to start off your melody when you change into A flat major from C major, which is what I've done in this particular example. So I've started off in C major, and then when I transition to A flat major, I use the G note to transition to make it sound smoother, and it really does sound pretty cool. So check it out now. I couldn't really find any examples of this particular type of key change. I know they're out there, but I just couldn't think of any. So if you have any particular songs that use this type of key change, please let me know in the comments, let everyone know in the comments so that they can check it out in context. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video, share it with all your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell as well. I've also got a Patreon page, which is in the description, so check that out if you feel inclined to do so. Until next time, see you later.